Today is Friday, Parashat Tavo, and the end of last week's parasha was the theme of Amalek. And the beginning of this week's parasha is Bikurim. There is a connection between the end of last week's parasha and the beginning of this week's parasha. There is a message that is being delivered here. Amalek was said about him, Asher karcha baderech, that he happened to come upon you when you were on your way. But karcha has to do with the word kor, which means cold. The approach of Amalek was to cool you down. In other words, that you would do, if you were to do mitzvot, it would be done with a certain routine type of attitude, not with enthusiasm and not with a feeling of how fortunate we are that we're doing the mitzvot. Like sometimes some people do mitzvot in a rote way, just without any feeling. That's the approach of Amalek. And that's what Amalek tried to do, to bring some kind of apathy and coldness into us. The beginning of this week's parasha is the exact opposite. It's bringing the bikurim, the first fruits, that was done with a lot of enthusiasm. It was done in public, and there was, as they were bringing the first fruits into Jerusalem, and there was a kind of a procession, and there was a lot of, it was a very happy occasion. And the person who brought the bikurim made this whole long statement of thankfulness, of gratitude to Hashem, not just taking things for granted, but remembering and expressing all the great things that Hashem did with us all the way throughout history, and mentions even from the time of Lavan Arami and the exodus from Egypt, etc. And that thankfulness and that enthusiasm is the exact opposite of what Amalek was about, which is to try to cool us down. And this is an important message as we do whatever mitzvah we do or we go about life, that we should lead our lives in a way that is with a certain amount of enthusiasm and happiness and joy, and celebrating the fact that we're fulfilling Hashem's will. And that's the message of the beginning of this parasha, as opposed to the end of last week's parasha that had to do with Amalek. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen ve'amen.